A tendency to do nothing or to remain unchanged. A property of matter by which it continues in its existing state of rest or uniform motion in a straight line unless that state is changed by an external force. That's the dictionary.com definition for inertia. What a strange name for a pair of shoes. So today Adidas is dropping the brand new colorway of the Yeezy 700 called the Inertias. And as I said, what a weird name for a pair of shoes. I do think I have a little bit of a theory as to why they used that name though. I think Adidas has finally come to the realization that the Yeezy 700s are just not selling as well as they would like them to, especially at that $300, $400 if you're in Canada price tag. And you know, inertia, an object in motion stays in motion, and an object at rest stays at rest. I think they're guessing that they're gonna stay at rest on the shelves and have named them accordingly. Adidas, hats off for your self-awareness. All jokes aside though, I just checked Adidas Canada's website and it actually looks like they're selling out relatively fast. I mean, they're not selling out, but there's a few sizes that are sold out. So who knows, these things might actually go. I doubt they're gonna resale for anything. In fact, I'd be shocked if they resold for anything. In other news, that's a really gangster looking mouse or raccoon. What is that? As we know, there's only one store in Winnipeg getting them because Winnipeg sucks for sneaker releases. Livestock is the only place you can get these if you want these. Not that I'm complaining, Livestock is the best. I'm gonna go put my chair out there right now. I don't think there's gonna be too many people, and it should only be like a 2-hour wait to get the shoes. First look, these are pretty fresh. Not gonna lie, these are pretty fresh.
What size did you count them? 5.5.
That's a size 5.5? What? That looks like a normal size shoe.
I know it does.
That does not look like a size 5.5. Got the shoes in a size 12, so that is great. I was getting really sketched out. I walked in and the biggest size they had was a size 11 and I was freaking out, except they had bigger sizes in the back. I just wanted to walk into the back of the store real quick to talk about these right here. Whew, I'm not gonna buy them today because I just spent $450 on a pair of Yeezys, but this is a possible purchase. They're only $185 Canadian. The Air Max 2 in this purple and teal. This is one of my favorite Air Max models. I think it's absolutely amazing, and this colorway is brilliant on it. I know these probably have zero hype, and these are probably gonna sit on shelves for a long time, except I think this is a sick pair of kicks. Okay, so here is the pair of kicks. Much like the salts that came out a couple of weekends ago, these seem to be a little bit more limited. They only got 2 size 12s. I think they only got 1 size 13. They didn't get as many pairs as they have of the past 700s and the past 350s, where they've got like 50, 60 pairs at Livestock. They had maybe 25, 35 pairs if I had to guess. So a big difference in the stock level. I think these things are absolutely brilliant. In my opinion, this is probably the best 700 V1. I think the Statics are the best 700s that have come out. After much deliberation, I think the Statics are the best. But in terms of the V1 iteration of the Yeezy 700, I think these are definitely the best execution. And yes, it's just a gray shoe just like the salts were. All gray pretty much, but the different tones of gray, the banana yellow cream on the bottom, like if this doesn't remind you of Banana Medicine or Banana Laffy Taffy, I don't know what, you didn't have a childhood if this doesn't remind you of one of those two, exact same color. And you have this peach right here, or coral color. I think just the little accents on these completely make this shoe. I think this is an extremely well done shoe, a great springtime shoe. The colors just scream spring to me with the bluey gray, the coral, the yellowy cream on the bottom. They of course retailed for 400 Canadian dollars and 300 US dollars. I'm not sure how many pounds they were if you're in England, and if you're in Europe, I have no idea how many euros they were, but it's an expensive pair of shoes is what I'm trying to get at. I saw a lot of polls on people's Instagram saying, did you cop, did you not cop? And it seems like the majority of people were saying no. People were saying, no, I don't want to buy these. They're too expensive. I'm not paying $300. I'm not paying 400 Canadian for these. It's $452 after tax for a pair of these Yeezy 700 Inertias, which is a lot of money. So I would love to hear from you guys. What do you think about the price? Do you think it's just too much to justify spending on a GR pair of Yeezys? The materials are actually excellent on these. The suede on the toe, I'm very impressed with that. This piece of suede here, I'll be honest, feels a little bit felty, but the leather feels amazing. The suede on the back feels amazing, and of course the rubber is rubber and the mesh is mesh. The construction is great. There's no missed stitches, there's no glue marks, at least on my pair, and overall I'm very, very pleased with this. There was some sort of factory flaw they were trying to tell me about at the store. They're like, oh, I just want to make sure you're okay with this. Oh yeah, right there. I don't know if you can see that, but there's like a little orange speck on the midsole. That's the only flaw in the entire pair of shoes. I do not care about that in the slightest. They were like, I just want to make sure you're aware of this before you buy this. You know, just, is this okay? Are you cool with this? I was like, dude, it's a little thing on the bottom of the outsole. I do not care in the slightest. Honestly, I could probably spend 2 seconds scraping that off and it would come off just fine. Here, let me see if I can try and explain what I mean with these two pairs of shoes. Here are the salts, and it's not a bad pair of shoes, except it's boring. It's gray, 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 and it's for the most part the same shade of gray. And yeah, you have the black hit on the bottom, except it's pretty much just a one-tone shoe. On these, you have 3, 4 different shades of gray. You have that creamy yellow on the bottom. You have this hit of mango. And while they are very similar shoes, and someone that's not really into sneakers may say it's pretty much the exact same pair of shoes, I think the subtle differences on the Inertias make it a completely different and a completely superior colorway of the Yeezy 700s. Taking a closer look at them though, we can see all of the good stuff happening with these. The materials, the suede here is excellent. The suede here, as I said, not the best. I love the two-toned gray on the midsole, that lighter gray right there mixed in with the darker gray right there. I think that is an excellent touch. The orange is awesome. Of course, the 3M hits you have right there just to provide that extra little bit of flash, as well as 3M stripes underneath the mesh, which is a very cool, nice little feature if you're doing any photography with them. Otherwise, you're not really gonna see it in all actuality. Like, you're not gonna see that walking around on the street, except it is a cool little design feature for the Yeezy 700. I have really grown to like this pair of shoes, and the more I look at it, and I still don't want to 100% say this, but the more I look at it, I think this might be one of my favorite, if not my favorite pair of Yeezys to release in the last year. I don't want to commit to that yet, because there have been some cool Yeezys, but these things are brilliantly done. Some of the 350s have been really boring. Some of the 700s, like these, have been really boring. These, on the other hand, are anything but boring. These things are really cool. I think I could make an argument for the mauves being a little bit better than these. One of these has to be my favorite Yeezy 700s. Both really, really nice looking shoes. Like, whew, look at these. They're freaking amazing. I absolutely love how these look, and that's saying something considering that I absolutely hated how the 700s looked when they first came out. I thought it was ugly. I thought they were gross. I thought it was not an attractive looking pair of shoes. And now I've really, really come to love them, especially the mauves. Like, look at the suede on these. The suede is just amazing. I don't know how these are going for as cheap as they are. I think this is one of the coolest sneakers that's come out in the past year. Anyway though, let me know what you think of the Yeezy 700 Inertias. Let me know what you think of the name. Let me know what you think of everything and anything you want to tell me about this pair of kicks. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate every single one of you. You guys are my favorite freaking people on earth. I'll be back with another video very, very soon. So if you're still watching to this point of the video, comment Bill Nye the Science Guy, since we're talking about Inertia today, just to let me know that you watched till the end of the video and you're part of the awesome real family we got on this channel that stays tuned every single day till the end of the video. That being said, I love you guys, you are the best, and I will see you tomorrow. Peace.